Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's the start of a new little series I want to do. So I'm going to be exploring the makeup over the last 30 decades. So from each year, picking kind of a makeup look to try and recreate, get some inspiration from throughout the last 30 years. And I'm purposely starting it on this date so I can make sure it ends on the 13th of July, and there is a reason why I want to do that. I am going to film every single look that I do, but it won't be, well, especially not for YouTube, it probably won't be a main video every single time, because I think 30 videos every day is a lot. Not just for me, but for you to watch as well. So how I'm going to do it is, so for example today I'm starting with 1992, and I've got a look in mind. So every so often I will do a full main video on one of those looks. Maybe I'll do 2 or 3 in one video, but I will do the kind of YouTube shorts each day as well, so you can see all the looks. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you'll also see it all over there as well. But I thought it'd be fun, and like I said, there is a reason why I want to do this and to end it on the 13th of July, and I thought it'd be quite fun to do. So like I said, we are kicking off with 1992, and the look that I'm going to try and recreate is this look right here. So this is obviously the front of this is Kate Moss on the front of the Grazia magazine, so slightly more of a grungy look. And you do see quite a bit of this element throughout the 90s, which I think is partly why I wanted to not necessarily do a main video every time, because some of the beginning looks that I've got are kind of similar, and you'll see that throughout the decades as like looks evolve and grow. Yeah, so I do hope you enjoy it. This is the look that I'm going to try to do today, and yeah, just have some fun with it. So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. Okay, so this is quite a grungy look that she's got going on here. Quite basic on the skin, a little bit smoky around the eyes, and like a purpley lip. So I'm going to have a fun recreating this. And please ignore my lip. I burnt myself on hot tomatoes, which were like the sun. So I blistered my lip slightly, but just ignore that. Okay, so I'm going to kick off using the Hint Beauty concealer. Now I'm not going to take too much of this because I do want quite a light coverage. Usually the skin is quite light and perfected, so and it's also quite matte, which is kind of the opposite of how I like my skin these days. So I'm just going to take the Hint Beauty concealer. Try not to use too much. Kind of really go and spread it out onto the face. Okay, I am just going to take some of the concealer on my finger and just do a little bit extra under the eyes. I do have a little bit of a stained forehead from dyeing my hair, so just as well ignore that. Right, I'm going to probably go ahead and set my skin now, just so that it's nice and matte, using the Mascara powder for this. I'm using my little setting brush just to get under my eyes to begin with, and around like the little nose and the crevices, and then I'll use a slightly more fluffy brush to get the rest of my face. So it's just going to take any shine away. It's quite a matte skin. And like I say, use a big fluffy brush just to get the rest of my face. Now I'm trying to look at a blush, and it's quite hard to see a blush, but from the angle I'm looking at it, it does look a little bit peachy. So I'm going to go with a slightly peachy blusher. So I'm going to go in with Coralista from Lily Lolo. Just going to take the same brush I used to apply my powder. I'm actually going to just go bit more kind of higher up on the cheekbones. Okay, so that's probably all the face I want to do to the face. So I'm going to go on to eyebrows. Now her eyebrows are filled in, but they're very thin, which is kind of, I guess, the opposite of what is kind of in trend at the moment. Okay, what I don't have, which would be really helpful right now, would be a spoolie. So I don't have one, just to kind of brush them into a slightly more thinner shape. So I'm going to have to do it. Okay, so I'm going to still use the same palette I always use. So I'm using my ABH palette. I'm going to go in with the, I'm actually going to go in with chocolate. I know, dark brown, and use the dark side. I'm going to take my little angled brush. It's my little angled brush from Luxie. And I'm going to dip into that darker shade of the dark brown. I'm going to start filling my brows in. You don't really see any kind of like hair strokes in it at all. It's kind of not blocky, but almost blocky. And there's a slight kind of rounded arch to the brows as well. So once I find myself a little mirror, close-up mirror, so I'm going to try not to fill them in too much, as in thickness, but I do just want to make them a little bit darker. And usually what I like to do is brush up through the front of the brow. I'm not going to do that either. Like I said, it's not blocky, but it kind of is at the same time. But I just need to make sure, try and get as thin a brow as I can. I could block out my brows, but I'd rather just, for this, do it this way. I think this brow is looking better than this brow in terms of how I want it to finish or look. So I'm just going to take a bit of a concealer brush. I think it's this brow. I want to bring it a bit more rounded here. So I'm just going to use the concealer. To make it look a bit more round, less kind of straight, I guess. It's kind of working. I feel a bit here that needs going as well. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the eyes. I'm not going to do any primer. I think I'm just going to straight in. I'm just going to go straight in for it. So definitely what there is some black liner in the waterline and tight lining. So I'm actually going to do that step first. Just going to use my Lily Lolo eye pencil to do that with, in the shade black. Is this my black one? What's my brown one? Black. Take this into the waterline. God, I used to do this at school. And then no mascara. That was my look for school. I'll tidy that up in a second. I'm going to go ahead and put some kind of tight lining as well. Oh God, my eyes. Okay, then what I'm going to do, now it's hard to see if she's got anything on her lids, but it does look like something's smoking out around the outer portion. So I'm actually going to take a very dark brown to do this, I think. So I'm going to, so you know, I actually might just take the brow palette and go in with, I might go with ash brown actually and take the dark side from that one. And I just want a little pencil brush. And I'm just going to smudge it a little bit on this outer portion only. That may be a little bit dark still. So I'm going to take the lighter shade of dark brown. Just run it a little bit along the lower lash line to begin with. Mainly on the outer portion is where I'm taking this. Keeping it still quite tight to the lash line, not bringing it down drastically or anything like that. And then taking the exact same shade, I'm going to run that along the upper lash line, but again, just purely on this outer portion. Okay, I'm going to take some mascara. Now I am using the Lily Lolo Big Lash, but I don't want quite such thick lashes as such, and certainly not on the lower lash line. So I'm just going to do light coats on here, a very light coat on here, on the lower lash line. Okay, so to finish off its lips, so she's got a nice dark kind of browny purple almost, so I am going to go in with, I'm actually going to do a bit of a mix. So I'm going to take Lily Lolo's eyeliner in brown and then Barry M's purple lip liner. I think it's just called number 11. And I'm going to kind of combine the two. I think start with the purple on the outer portions, but I'm going to do, because it's quite a, it can be quite a deep purple, but so I'm going to go a bit light-handed with it, kind of just a soft. It does look like she's kind of got a defined-ish lip line too. I'm just going to feather it in now. So again, it looks like it's quite a matte colour. Now I know that blister is going to show underneath, but I'll have to go with it for now. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of brown and also feather that in. So using my finger just kind of melt that all together. Okay, so this is the look complete. Now the lip is a little bit patchy because my kind of nasty bit is showing through with the lips. So this is my attempt at replicating Kate Moss's look in 1992. So quite fresh skin, matte, although I'm getting a little bit shiny come through. But I am a little bit oily, so let's just pat some of that away. Yeah, just some blusher, quite thin brows, a little bit of smoke on the eyes. Definitely putting eyeliner in the waterline kind of is a good thing. This kind of works. And then this slightly deeper purpley lip. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, in between I'll do little YouTube shorts, feature the looks, and then I'll do a main video when the kind of theme or the trend of makeup slightly changes. And it also means I can put a variety of videos as well, not just this. But I hope you're going to enjoy this series. This is look number 1 done. Leave me your comments down below. I have kind of got the rest of the years planned out. If you've got any looks that you'd like to see throughout the years, then do let me know as well. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.